Congressman, we have the highest standard of living in the world.
No, we do not.
That 99% of all new income today is going to the top 1%. Not good enough. It is apparently not good enough that the top 0.1% today own almost as much wealth as the bottom 90%.
Bankruptcy cases have increased by a record-breaking 23%. Business investment is at its lowest level in more than 50 years. CEOs make more than 500 times of what their workers make. The middle class is shrinking. We have the greatest gap between the rich and the poor of any industrialized nation, and this is an economy that is improving. I hate to see what would happen if our economy was sinking. You have told the American people that you support a trade policy which is selling them out, only working for the CEOs. You insulted Mr. Castle. Mr. Castle, a few moments ago, told you that we're seeing not only the decline of manufacturing jobs, but white-collar information technology jobs. Forrester Research says that over the next 15 years, 3.3 million U.S. service industry jobs and 136 billion in wages will move offshore to India, Russia, China, and the Philippines. Does any of this matter to you? Do you give one whit of concern to the middle class and working families of this country? That's my question.
We expect that they're going to explain to the members of this committee why the global economy remains unstable, why the Federal Reserve has organized a $3.5 billion bailout for billionaires, why Americans should be worried about the gambling practices of the Wall Street elites.
Of course, as you know, it's no different than walking down the street and giving a homeless person a quarter. In the long-term structure of things, it does absolutely nothing. The only type of respect I have anymore for anyone that opposes the system or wants to see change is to go after the root of it, and that's a dramatic alteration of the market premise itself. And of course, instantly when you say that, you're labeled a communist, as you pointed out, so it's actually not that simple. There's no black and white here. There are ways. We promote a natural law resource-based economy. You can basically imitate the entire functionality of the market, which is really the exchange of ideas and information that people build upon to improve people's lives. But you can do that without money, which, by the way, is a big thorn in the side of modern capitalism, because, yes, we are going to automate everything because it's cheaper. And that permanent underclass I've talked about is just going to get deeper and more angry, which will contribute to social destabilization. I'm talking about some type of improvement that's so grand that really frees the human spirit. People can actually do what they are interested in doing, not locked into debt and wage slavery as we are today in this echo of a slavery system. It's really just a soft slavery system.
Well, and it's amazing to see, because you see a lot of the defense of the current system comes from those slaves. I mean, you see these are low-wage workers that are yelling at each other about how, they want a $15 minimum wage. I started at $7 and I worked my way up. It's amazing to see the slaves try and put everybody back in their place.
And that's an educational problem. I absolutely agree. And that's one of the reasons you don't educate slaves. I mean, even back in real slave time, it was illegal in the American South for a slave to be able to read. And Frederick Douglass, of course, one of the great abolitionists, talks about this at length, how the psychology of that underclass was so groomed to feel defeated, to not understand what's happening, to begin to have animosity towards each other, to the old divide and conquer attribute. So I completely understand that. That is unfortunate when you see people that don't have any idea what the real problem is.